Hello to all traders and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. So we've seen oil and gold having another slide lower. Oil on the one hand is finding support roughly around $62 and gold is moving towards that psychological 3300 handle as we can see on the charts at the moment. But we'll start on oil because it's been quite a big story with the possible trilateral meeting between President Donald Trump, Putin and Zelensky, and this could lead to possible arrangements that Russian sanctions on oil won't happen anymore, obviously boosting supply and lowering prices in the process. So if that does happen, we could see oil fall quite significantly. But at the moment, we're just seeing a little bit of sentiment to the downside. That means that price action, if you think about where we were a couple of weeks ago at the beginning of the month, we were trading roughly around $70. Now we are pressured towards $60 and we're having another leg lower. So as you can see here, wave after wave of potential downside, lower lows for sure. Well, just seeing now a slight bounce on price action on the intraday chart because the RSI is just creating a slight bullish divergence, just lifting prices slightly. But the problem with that is we've seen it time and time again, you know, a slight lift before another downturn, slight lift, and we're getting all these slight lifts here, which you can see, but obviously we are crashing through more and more vital support zones for oil. So if you're trading, looking to go long on oil, just keep an eye out for the big fundamental headlines, because as I said, if this trilateral meeting does happen, there could be more confidence towards an end to the Russia-Ukraine conflict or possible pause. And you know, Donald Trump, he does like to create business, so these Russian sanctions on oil could be lifted slightly, and that could mean the oil markets could be in for quite a choppy ride in the next few months, that's for sure. So just keep an eye out for that because it is quite a big headline at the moment. Gold, on the other hand, just basically stuck in a little bit of a dive at the moment. We're just waiting to see if price action is going to start testing this 3300 area where it was doing not so long ago, and now we're just seeing that prices are, you know, tested it before at the back end of July, but since then we had a rise towards potentially 3400, had a heavy rejection there before we had this wave after wave of downside pressure. So again, we are expecting possibly another test at 3300, but a potential bounce higher could happen if we do get that scenario. In the near term, you can just see that prices are creating a slight bullish divergence on the RSI, and we'll just wait and see if prices start ticking up on this particular occasion here. So price action is going with the RSI and the and prices as well, sorry, but as you can see here, if we do get a slight lift, then it could potentially be a slight bullish divergence as well. So just keep an eye out for that, and obviously keep an eye out for the headlines. Gold, oil, the dollar been moving quite rapidly for the last few weeks since the beginning of the month. We are expecting quite a rough ride as we get into the back end of the year, especially with recession fears, inflation fears. There is FOMC minutes today to possibly see what's going to happen. Fed Chair Jerome Powell is expected to make a speech at the end of the week, so he give more signals and clues as we step into September and see possibly, well, the sentiment is that we will have a rate cut finally, but we'll just wait and see how much that's going to be. 25 basis points, 50 basis points, 75 basis points possibly, or is there not going to be a rate cut at all to send the markets into meltdown? We'll wait and see, but as always, we'll bring you all the latest in fundamentals and technicals as they come. So stick with us, stay ahead, trade responsibly, and we'll speak again next time. Bye for now.